Rio. I
Yo,
got an idea. Rio.
what's up, dog?
An idea. Um, for the year celebration, you know what I think we could do.
What's that?
I think we could have everybody who we had on here bring them all back.
All
Have
right.
like have like a podcast show of like I would try to bring on 5 guests.
We can do that?
Yeah, I think the
Oh, yeah.
most. I think my limit is. I don't know what my limit is.
I remember we talked about it. I know we were trying to figure out could we do more than four at one point in time.
Uh, yeah, we have 4, so
Yeah.
my limit has to be something higher than that. Uh, so I think I got the. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Nah, it's not that. It's not Zoom. It might be this. Here it is. Whatever. Yeah. 100 people.
Damn.
I can have up to 100 people inside the meeting. So um so yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah, because then we can do what? Oz, Taz, Rod, what's up, kids? That's it.
Yeah, so
That's it.
Paul, no, we've had Phil,
Phil, yeah, Phil.
Taz, Hoss, Kez, Buzzo, Rod, Chad, Chad's friend, and I
Yeah.
forgot the name of. Did I say Hoss?
Yeah, you said House.
Okay, so that's 8.
And obviously me and you said make 10.
It's another person that's been on the show. Who else? Somebody else has come on the show before. Maybe that was it. I can't think of anybody else because it's not Bozo. Hoss, we're talking about celebrating our 1 year anniversary that we missed. we missed our own 1 year anniversary for the podcast. So we're trying to figure out something big to do for an episode to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. And I'm thinking we try to have everybody who's been on the show come on the show again. And try to figure something out with that. I know it's not gonna be possible because to try to get, let's just say for the time being, 10 people on the same accord, especially during the weekday, it's gonna be tough. But I do want to have as many people as possible. We all celebrate our first year anniversary together because we couldn't do this without you guys. So we
It's a
definitely
fact.
want to bring you guys along, right? Um, Definitely couldn't have done this without Rio because he's one of the greatest to do it. And
No,
so
Trey.
and so uh so yeah, I do want to have everybody who's been on here to come in and to appreciate it. Thank you. Hey Prince. Is he just can you take him and close the door? Thank you. Oh yeah. Also I know Mom Dukes wants to come on the show, so we gotta have her on here soon. Talk about
Yeah.
them dirty cowboys.
Yeah.
And gotta get JC on here. JC said he doesn't like watch a lot of sports, so he's just gonna come in here and not say much. But gotta get JC on here. But yeah, man, I feel like that'd be a ton of fun if we're able to get everybody on here. You
I
know,
told you, I like that idea a lot for real, for real.
yeah, and we even gotta talk about sports that episode, right? Because everybody's not gonna be on the same accord and stuff like that. We can just have a conversation, good
Mhm.
time, fellowship with the boys.
Yeah, for sure, for
And
sure.
yeah, so we definitely gonna set that up, man. Because I need to see the date, and I'm positive. I remember it was hot. Hold on, you know what? I could tell you. I could tell you the first time we recorded from my phone. I could tell you. I could tell you most definitely when it happened. So it had to have been. Oh,
December 19th, 2020.
I think it was.
I think that was. I think that was our very first. I think it was at your crib. I thought.
Yeah, it was at my crib. I got. I'm trying to find. Can't find the picture anywhere. Uh, it might have been. You said December 2020.
Yeah.
December 2020.
Is that right?
That might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. We on our second year anniversary. we didn't skip. Yeah. That's my first video was December 19th. Dang. The whole time we like half the year away to get to our second year. Goodness gracious.
We got to do two of them things. Got to do.
Hey, when you said December, I'm like, I know it's not December 2021.
Nah, it was definitely 20. Yeah.
Whole time it was 2020. Bro, that's crazy. I ain't got no words for that, brother. Long time, brother.
Long time.
Dang. Hey, listen. Hey, low key. What we could also do is because I got the video on the phone. I was doing the entire podcast.
Yeah.
Like we could bring up some of the takes from the first one.
Oh yeah, it was just me, you, and
I think it's just me and you.
Well, and then my boy was recording.
Oh, Jarrell.
Jarrell was cool.
Yeah. Jarrell was there. Yeah, it was just me and you. Dang, that's tough, man. That's tough. 2 years. It's about to be 2 years. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? We went from SoundCloud to Spotify to Anchor to Skype, right?
To Skype. Skype. I was born live.
Damn, man, that was. Yeah, that. So we went. Yeah. Finished. That's tough. SoundCloud, Spotify, Anchor, Skype. Hey, we can't forget about the platform we were streaming on too. We were streaming on Twitch to begin with.
Yeah.
Shoot, on Twitch, we was trying everything. We
came a long way.
Goodness gracious.
At this point now, it's just time to start promoting. Just start throwing it out there. We done went through the trenches. Just time to start getting it out there now.
Yeah, now that we got a smooth way to do it.
And we got to get some shirts.
We do gotta get some shirts.
I found this other job.
Can we do a hat instead?
I don't know. I do like hats instead. I don't know, man. I mean,
we could do hats and shirts.
We could do hats and shirts.
Yeah.
The ladies gonna wear. They probably gonna more so wear shirts than hats.
Yeah, and plus we can get the hat done like how my mom got my hat done for my streaming.
Yeah,
I know we have two of them, so ain't nobody else got them.
that's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact.
Oh man, yeah. I like this. I like where this is going.
Yeah. Hold on, what's up? Let me get my charge. If I can find out what I did. Oh.
2 years. Shirts and hats by Ash can do hats? Hoss, Ash can do hats too? You're joking. For real? Like, bro. Come on. We might as well support. We can get definitely the hats though, Hoss, for real. Hoss. What kind of hats though? Like how are we gonna do the hats? Like, because I low key want to have it like embroidered like this. I don't want to have I want to have it sewed on so we can last on. Hey mama, how you doing? Good evening. I want to have it sewed on so it can last longer. You get what I'm saying? But if she could do hats, I already know you talking about doing shirts. She can do hats. We got to talk some business because I love my hats, and I would love to have a hat that says the ugly truth. I'm thinking, I don't know. We gotta get a logo first. I honestly like the simple logo with just the R and the T, like the one we have for YouTube. I really like that. It's simple, right? It is get straight to the point. So maybe we'll play around with it. I'll probably reach out to some graphic designers and see if we can make it a little bit more different. But yeah. But yeah, House, listen, I keep saying our 1 year anniversary. We already passed that. That was December 19th. We have to remember December 19th is the birthday of the Ugly Truth. It's the first day we ever recorded an episode was December 19th. That is the birthday. 12/19/2020 was the birthday of the Ugly Truth. Beautiful. So, like I said, we're gonna plan on we'll try to get everybody back on the show and just have a little powwow, have a little get together, talk about some stuff. We can talk about sports if you want to, but definitely having everybody else on there. So like we said, definitely wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So thank you for all the support. Yeah, Hoss, I'm right at as soon as the podcast is over, we're gonna talk about some things because I love that. Mama T, what you woo-hooing? What you woo-hooing? Should host a live listening party. Should host a live listening party. Terrell, thank you for being here, brother.
Yo.
Fill you in. So Hoss, the beautiful queen of his life, his girl, she makes shirts and hats.
He did say that last week.
I remember the shirts. I don't remember him saying hats. That is tough. And Adira had a good suggestion for our anniversary episode. She said we should host a live listening party. Have everybody here in person.
That's good.
Kind of have that same setup we had at the beginning,
right?
Where we recorded it everybody had a microphone, except for we can do the same thing again. Kind of, we can set up either like the living room or the den at the crib. And oh man, that'd be beautiful. That's a great idea. I love it. I love it. I love it, Real. What you think?
I'm with that.
What for the hats, for the logo, what you thinking? What do you think we should put on there?
Oh, man. That's what I was kind of stuck because I was like, TUT, but then it's kind of like bland. And I was kind of thinking like putting the ugly truth, but I don't know how much space that would actually cause. You know what I mean? I'll clog up if you actually put the entire name.
I don't think it should be that much space. Yeah, we have to play with it.
Yeah.
We got to play with it. Yeah, man. I like all the ideas. All ideas is wonderful. I'm hitting up Hoss after the I told y'all, so let's get started, man. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna get to talk about ideas about the anniversary episode. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. So I'm excited. Real's excited. I got a margarita.
Oh, I ain't got. I ain't drinking.
Neighbor, you got the Kobe 8 Fro going on, don't you, brother?
So what?
You got the Kobe 8 Fro going on.
You said the fro?
Yeah, you got the fro going on.
Yeah, but I get that chopped tomorrow.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, I've been pushing it out. Good reason. Just to fix it anyway.
This is a good margarita. I normally don't do margaritas because I don't like tequila, but this is a good margarita. Shout out to the wife. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Okay, so let's get started. So, welcome back, sports fans, to the ugly truth, where we tell you what you need to know and not what you want to hear. And sometimes it can get ugly. As always, we got a good one here for you tonight, guys and women. Guys and women. Him, she, there, he's, hers, whatever you go by. We got a good one here for you tonight. I'm here with the one and only, you know him, you love him, the greatest sports mind to ever do it. Top 5 route runner to come out of the East Coast. One of the best ball handlers out there. I dare to test him. My man out of North Carolina, the one and only Rio, the God. Rio, how you doing?
Trey, what's happening, brother? Man, I told you one day, bro, we gonna find somebody to introduce you. Or I'm gonna be shy enough not to do it one day. One of the two.
One of these days.
One of these days, I'm a boss up.
Listen, I understand. Hey, mama, I understand. It's hard being real to God. It's a lot of pressure on you, right? So you do enough already. You do enough already. I just need you to continue doing what you're doing, which is everything. It's excellent. It's beautiful, right? You know it. Everybody give Rio a hand applause in the chat.
Oh my goodness,
it's beautiful.
It's only live because you keep it running. I'm just
man. We both walked this train down together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we said, we started off on SoundCloud, Spotify, then
Anchor.
Then we started streaming on Skype through Twitch. Then now we here. Yeah, now we here. And Zoom was the answer the whole time. Real, and I would like to thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're watching us live or later on, or whatever, right? Whether you're at work, at home, laying in bed, which I know my moms are, or sipping on a margarita. We appreciate you guys. We're thankful that you're watching this, tuning in, even the later episodes. We're thankful for all of that. Now, it's time to get into some sports. Rio.
Talk to me, brother.
as we were getting ready for the podcast, my phone was just going ba-ding, 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 with Bleacher Reports, things going on. We're trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. But we were talking about something interesting that happened with a trade in the NBA. But guys and gals who don't know, the San Antonio Spurs have agreed to trade guard DeJounte Murray, who in my eyes is a rising star, to the Atlanta Hawks today. It's just, I think it was like about an hour ago, in exchange for Danilo Gallinari, 3 first-round picks, and a future pick swap. Man. Rio, the God. What does this trade do for the Hawks, man? And who do you think won this trade? Rio's not here. His camera's down. Oh, there he is.
And man, honestly, man, this is we just talked about, man. I'm still kind of like trying to put the pieces together. I understand, and I think we both had the same understanding, man. I mean, I guess at the now moment, right? The Hawks won because now they got two All-Star guards.
Mm-hmm.
They got an up and coming big. Because I think John Collins is an All-Star depending on what year it is, right? Because a lot of this is favoritism. As of right now, man, you got to say the Hawks won the trade. Currently, I think you have to say in the long haul, I'd probably say the Spurs due to what they acquired. We know that Danilo Gallinari train is going to eventually run out, and they're still young over there, and they can still maneuver and make some things happen between now and then. Obviously, we know they're looking to tank in a sense. So, but now is obviously the Hawks. The later Hawks is definitely the Spurs. So, I don't know, man. I think I'm still kind of baffled by the trade, honestly. But I get it, but I still feel like I don't know. I don't think it makes a contender. Maybe a playoff contender, but not a championship contender.
It is beautiful to hear. Like I didn't even discuss that with you at all. You said a very, very key thing in your statement just now was that you believe the Spurs are going to start tanking. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that later because I feel like I know who they're tanking for, and for next year's draft. So we'll get to that later. But for now, right, I have to agree with you. It first caught me off guard, and I was kind of like, okay, DeJounte Murray to the Hawks was really the point of all this, right?
Right.
So once you kind of look deeper into it, I think I understand where the Hawks are coming from and why they gave up so much for DeJounte Murray. Number one, he's under 25, and like you said, in our eyes, he's a rising star. He's a great point guard, great facilitator, excellent defender, and great around the cup, great around the rim, right? So you look into it. I just saw this. It says points created off of ball screens during the 2021-2022 regular season. You got Trey Young at number 1, Luka Doncic at number 2, Chris Paul at number 3, DeMar DeRozan number 4, and DeJounte Murray number 5. So you're going to have somebody who is great in the pick and roll, which is what the Hawks do. You're bringing in another facilitator in the pick and roll, which Hawks do. And on top of that, what I think the Hawks are doing is trying to become a mini Golden State. And you say, Trey, what you mean by that? I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. They're trying to put Trey off the ball as Steph Curry is off the ball at Golden State. You do 2 things. You limit his turnovers because he's no longer the main facilitator, and you get him more open shots because he's now playing as the 2 guard. You can run a lot more plays to get him open, better open shots, better open looks than he was, where defenses could hone in on him because he was the main ball handler. You now create more opportunistic shots for him at the 2 guard position with DeJounte Murray running the 1 on that team. I think it's a great swap for the Hawks for what they're trying to do now. I do like what you said when you said that it doesn't make them a contender for the NBA championship, but it does make them a good playoff team. And in the end, isn't that like really the point? Like to get to the playoffs because anything can happen, right? Injuries,
right.
Injuries, suspensions, right? Anything can happen. The next thing you know, you're the Boston Celtics who were below 500 in December in the NBA Finals.
Right.
Where you had wasn't it the Brooklyn Nets that were the overwhelming favorites in Vegas from the East, and then it was the Bucks that were second. I think the Heat were third in the 76ers, right? Boston wasn't even in like the Vegas top 5 favorites to make it to the finals, to come out of the East. So I think you give your team a chance in the playoffs and you going from there. To hit on that point you said where the Spurs are tanking, I agree 100%. And tanking for who? There is a man coming out of France by the name Victor. I'm not going to try to pronounce the last name.
7-footer.
Something like that. 7'3".
Yeah.
Guard-like handles. They're saying that he's the best prospect since Luka and Anthony Davis. So I think the Spurs are tanking. They're going to build capital just in case they don't get him. They don't get that first draft pick and the lottery pick, right? The ball doesn't fall their way when they're doing the lottery picks. And then you just build draft capital and be like, okay, cool. We'll give you like 6 first-round draft picks for that number 1. And I think the Spurs are going to be in a great position to nab him. It's going to be beautiful to kind of see it unfold. And you know, Greg Popovich loves his international players.
Of course.
So I agree 100% on both things you said. And it's going to be interesting to see. Like, where do you have them right now, the Atlanta Hawks, in what seed for the East? 5. You think 5? So I hate playing the what ifs of like a healthy team, because the Brooklyn Nets, man, they're killing me ever so softly. I'm gonna go with the more probable situation. I'm gonna go Heat 1, Bucks 2, Philly 3. I guess I go Nets 4, and then Hawks 5.
I think you slapped the Hawks right there.
Yeah.
I think because, I mean, who else are we looking at to kind of?
Oh no, the Boston Celtics.
I thought you said the seeds. You say the seeds?
No, I said the. Who did I put number 1? Miami, Bucks. I'll go Celtics, Nets, Philly, then Hawks at 6.
I think I'm gonna jump the Hawks in front of Philly.
Really?
Yeah, and I think due to, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of what Philly got going on. Maybe because I don't know what James Harden's going to be available, and I think that's kind of where we're kind of stuck in, right? Because I think at the end of the day, I think they're kind of in the same situation that the Hawks are going to be in, where now you got Tyrese Maxey kind of playing that Trey Young role, I guess we want to say, right? Because you're going to have to get Tyrese Maxey looks, because at the end of the day, you know James Harden's a step behind, and we know Tyrese Maxey's not a future. Obviously, JoJo's going to be JoJo. So I think for me, personally, I think JoJo's going to dominate. I think if you're talking about regular season, which becomes a back burner for a lot of teams, as long as we just get in, right? I don't know. I think Philly is one of those teams that kind of teeter-totters for me, even with Brooklyn, though, because you don't know what saga they're going to have continue, start come the regular season, right? You don't know.
Right.
You don't know what they're going to be. We don't know what changes they're going to make, because they got a lot of roles to fill. Yeah, you got Kevin Durant. Yeah, you possibly got Kyrie Irving, right? In the both, but you still got to surround them with the proper talent. And I think that's where they're going to lack, because they lack big play, honestly. I mean, they do. Even though we talk about playing miniature ball at the end of the day.
Miniature. It is gonna be miniature ball.
Like, they still lack a traditional. Every now and again you're gonna need a traditional big in order to get to a certain part of the game. But I don't know, man. I think it's kind of like what they teeter-totter for me, the Hawks and Philly. I think it's kind of interchangeable. Personally.
Yeah, because what's crazy is Clint Capella is their tallest person at 6'10". They got John Collins at 6'9". So you start DeJounte. DeJounte Murray, Trey Young, right, as your 1 and 2. Your 3 is Kevin Hunter, or Kevin Huter. Your 4 is
You got to play between Bogut and DeAndre Hunter. And I think you got to go DeAndre Hunter because he's the best defender.
You got to go DeAndre Hunter. And then at the 5, you go where is he? John Collins. Yeah. At the 5, you go John Collins.
I think that's the suitable lineup.
It is a suitable lineup. And you would only use that lineup when you need points. It's not like you play that throughout the entire series of a playoff series or even the entirety of a game. I feel like you use that lineup when you need points.
I think it helps them in the long haul, especially talk about teams like Miami who play with Bam at the 5, right? And allow John Collins those guys to kind of match up better. Instead of having to say, I'm going to Clint Capella out there. Okay, now we're shorthanded because offensively we can only do 1 or 2 things with Clint Capella, right? We're really truthfully 1. We're really 1 and 2 because you're talking about cleanup buckets, and then you talk about playing the lob threat. So he's kind of vague in a sense. And yeah, he's a great defender, but at the end of the day, he's a liability offensively. So, I think I mean it does make him like you said earlier, it gives him an edge. It definitely gives him an edge for sure. I just think at first I was kind of questioning. I was like, the only thing I could see them doing is doing the Golden State. Really, truthfully, you just take, like you said, you take the ball out of Trey Young's hands. And this is where we run into the situation where people say, Stephen Curry's not a point guard. It's not that he can't be a point guard. It's what makes the team more of a threat.
More of a threat. Yeah, more of an offensive threat.
Trey Young being able to shoot the ball 35 feet plus, right? We know that's possible, but him being able to run off screens and make you chase him and get good looks, which we know he can spot up and be a knockdown shooter, that now makes you a threat. More than him having the ball 90% of the time.
Right.
So
I honestly don't think the only reason why Steph Curry can be who Steph Curry is, even if he was ball dominant, because he was still averaging 30 something when Draymond was injured, right? He was still holding his own, but it wasn't winning him a ton of games.
Right.
And you kind of see the same thing with Trey Young.
Right.
He's
exactly.
Averaging high points, but it doesn't win you a ton of games because you're not getting everybody else involved. You're not making the defense work as hard as and nearly as it should be working. And now with DeJounte Murray slashes to the basket with the ball in his hands, getting those open looks, because 1-on-1 as what? A 6'7" point guard? How tall is DeJounte Murray? 6'6" or 6'7"?
6'4", 6'5", 1 and 2.
Oh, he's that. I thought he was taller than that.
I did too for a minute. I think he's about 6'4", 6'5".
All right, so 6'4", but the wingspan is ridiculous though.
Yeah, he got a wingspan.
It's still tall for a point guard. You have a point guard who's 6'4" and almost a 7-foot wingspan, who's shown he can get to the cup with ease. Either the defenses start collapsing and he starts hitting everybody open, or he's just going to be playing 1v1. I'm going to see you at the rim, because not many other, we don't have that many other point guards out there that's that tall who can guard like 1v1 type of situations, right? So,
he about 6'6" with them thick ass New Balances.
Yeah, he about 6. I honestly think too. Not only does his, because I'll say he's 6'4" Sana. Not only does this help out Trey Young, I really think this is going to help out DeJounte Murray's numbers as well. I think his assists go up. I think his rebounds go up because, they're going to be playing a smaller lineup. And ultimately, I think his points go up.
So he's
going to be
a double-digit guy at this point, right? And assists and the rebounds, because he already at 9.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in that. If they play him as if what we're talking about, he's definitely double digits.
Yeah, he's surfing at 10 and 10.
Because who was he passing to in with the Spurs?
Keldon Johnson. That's about it, right? Keldon Johnson
and averaging 9 assists.
So
he's gonna be dishing it to Bogan and Bogdan. Sorry, he's gonna be dishing it to Bogdan and Trey Young. Lou Williams is still in that team, right? You're going to be dishing to, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, who's going to be coming off the pick and roll. He's a lob threat. I think he's easily averaging over 9 assists next year.
Yeah, for sure. I think he repeats whatever numbers he had this year.
Easily.
Without a doubt.
Easily. And there's going to be and let's not forget, this is it's going to be Trey Young's 4th season. It's only going to be his 4th season. We feel like we get lost in how well he's playing. but this is only gonna be his 4th season. So it's gonna be something beautiful to watch, man. I like it. I think the Spurs are going to tank for Victor, and that's gonna be tough. I mean, if they get him, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, brother.
Yeah, I've been watching tape on the kid, man. He's a threat. If he is, if he is who they think he is.
Yeah, and Pop can't mold him.
Oh, for sure.
To who they think would be. Ron said the Hawks are still gonna be trash. Were the Hawks trash last year though? What was their record last year?
42 or something. Am I right? Am I wrong? I mean, they had a 42 and 40. They're better than that.
The East was stacked last year too. They were the 8th seed at 43 and 9.
43 and 30.
39. Yeah. So they made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, played the first round.
I don't think the Chicago Bulls are going to be as good as they're going to be again, to be honest. No. And they were a 6 seed.
No. It fell off that latter part of the year though.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of that came to not having a traditional point too.
Yeah. I mean, they had Lonzo, but he was hurt though.
He was hurt. I don't know if his knees better or not.
So, I think it'll be decent. I see him as a 6 seed. I think the Toronto Raptors kind of fall off, and I think the Bulls kind of fall off, and I think they take that 6 seed. Now, so Taz said they need to sign him to a 10-day contract. Him and Trey Young will be the best backcourt. I believe it, Taz.
Yeah, Taz.
I believe it, Taz. Taz is like a miniature DeJounte Murray, right?
Let me just get the warm up.
Taz got Kawhi Leonard hands, so he's gonna be able to play great defense. Great defense. I've seen Taz hands part somebody's head before, like part.
Taz got hands like he's 6'9", bro. No cap.
I've seen it. Yeah. Taz does have hands as if he's 6'9". I've seen him part somebody's hair in the back of the head. He smacked somebody and he parted their hair. I've seen it. It's crazy.
Remember that day we was at?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Boy, that's funny to me.
So, with the NBA free agency starting tomorrow. Ooh, Rio. All right, so we got some of the top NBA players right here in free agency. We got James Harden. James Harden opted out, right?
Yeah, because I think
he's due. But he's coming back. He wants to be able to so they can sign. Yeah, they can sign more people. John Wall, I'm pretty sure he's going to re-sign with the Clippers. Bradley Beal.
I just want to go on record and say I said that last year, but okay.
That what?
That John Wall was going to be a Clipper. And many thinking he was going to be what it was. I don't remember if I said it on the show. I just know personally I said it millions of times. It would make the most ideal sense.
The Houston Rockets owe that man $40 million.
Oh, he gonna get that?
Yeah, no, that's how much they owe him. They owe him $40 million. And then he getting 6 from the Clippers. That is crazy.
God forbid he exceed. I mean, he excel, honestly.
I mean, you got John Wall for a bargain deal. $6 million as a Clippers.
And you're just asking him to be a traditional point. You're just asking him to fill the role that Reggie Jackson can. I'm not saying Reggie Jackson can't be a traditional point, but Reggie Jackson more of a scorer. And John Wall's a true facilitator. It's an ideal situation. Yeah. You just signed a Zubac back, and you get PG and hopefully Kawhi back. You get PG back, obviously. Now you just got to hope for Kawhi to come back, which would probably be around Christmas time. Kawhi.
That's a big hope, man. That's a big hope. People are like, what kills me, what's been going on in sports media lately is like, oh, a healthy Clipper team is coming out the West. I'm like, bro, you're asking for a lot.
Yeah, we're just reaching at this point. Don't reach that far.
Like you're asking, it's not like like a LeBron James or let's just say like a Giannis and Kawhi like sprained his ankle and he was just out for the rest of the season. Like nobody, can you please find me one person who 100% can say what's wrong with Kawhi and then tell me his timetable coming back? So I mean, he hasn't been the same since Zaza Pachulia stuck his foot under his leg. I think that one incident completely destroyed his leg. So I can't. I hate the a healthiest Clippers team is coming to the West because they've showed to be anything but that.
Yeah.
They've showed to be anything but healthy between Paul George and Kawhi. So what are we expecting now, right? That's like me saying an all-star caliber Westbrook Lakers team is coming out of the West. Like, what has they shown us? Bradley Beal opted out of his player option. He's gonna be a free agent. Where do you see him going, Rio?
Back to Washington.
You think he's going back to Washington?
No, man. Bradley Beal just seems more. I don't know, man. That loyalty sticks strong for a lot of people. Man.
I don't think it's loyalty. I think it's whoever offers them the most money.
Ain't nobody offering the money to Washington.
Well, Washington can match it, right? Oh no, because it's 5 years. I think nobody can. I don't think nobody can match the
what is it? 5 years, $240 million.
Yeah, I think he stays. I think he's content with building generational wealth over winning.
I stand with that strongly.
I think he's content with building generational wealth over winning.
I don't think
he's like, and that's not a bad
10
thing.
Years? What is it? 10 years? 9 years?
How long has he been in the league?
Bradley got some years, dog.
10 years, yeah. This his 11th season will be next year.
Okay.
So like I said, I think he's more content on building generational wealth, which is not a bad thing. More power to you. Go to the team who has the most, because nobody's gonna sit. Excuse me, sorry. Nobody's gonna sit here and be like, Bradley Beal was that one NBA star who, if he had a ring, that would have completed his career. Like, nah. I mean, he's a prolific scorer. He's an all-star, but we're not all hoping that he gets a ring, right? He's not one of those players. Like, he's not a Chris Paul, right, where he's going to solidify his career if he gets a ring. I think you go with the team who offers you the most money. And if it's the Wizards, continue to build that generational wealth.
Yeah, that I'm chasing. That I'm chasing at least. I'm chasing the next 4 or 5 All-Star games just so I can probably say I'm a Hall of Famer. I mean,
maybe.
I mean, what do you do here?
Maybe. I mean, you do what? You ball out, you score almost 30 points a game with the Wizards with no expectations, and you get paid a ton of money.
Mm-hmm. And be a reserve, All-Star reserve. All-Star reserve, fine, and travel that wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, because nobody's gonna pay you the money you're looking for. Honestly, nobody. Not no contender anyway.
No, I don't think there are any contenders that can afford to pay anybody. I think all the contenders are I think they're capped out on salary space.
Right. So, because everybody keeps talking about, Miami. I'm like, yeah, it makes what sense? And I mean, you gotta. I don't know, man. I honestly stand on that strongly, what you just said, as far as like it being generational wealth. Because I think if it wasn't, I think he would have made a decision long before that. I think the deal prior to would have made him say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna join the Lakers when they wanted him, or I'm gonna join, Miami when they wanted him, right? Not just all of a sudden now at 10 years. But
yeah, so I think so. You got, let's see, like Golden State and the Clippers are like maxed out. Like they're pretty much, they can't afford anybody else. The teams that can afford them, the teams that can afford basically to sign one of these free agents and give them the most money, you're gonna have to start off with like the Houston Rockets, the Pistons, the Spurs, the Magic, the Thunder, the Wizards, Trailblazers, Pacers, Memphis Grizzlies, Chicago Bulls, right? So, but the Grizzlies are going to do it because they're saving their cap space for
Ja
and for Brooks and for the other light skin.
Yeah,
Triple J, right?
Yeah, you gotta pay Triple J.
You're saving your contract space for Triple J because since you're the team that drafted him, you're going to be able to offer them the most money, and you're going to have to give them the bag.
Yeah.
So, the Charlotte Hornets, right? I mean, so the only contenders you have down there are the Bulls, and Portland.
And even if Portland, Pam, I mean, who you? I mean, like you ain't gonna have the team, honestly, because Dame is
Right.
making what?
I don't know how much Dame is making. Let's see.
Dame's got to be making close to 200 million, right? If not 200 million.
Dame is making 42 million a year base salary on 136. No, wait a minute. It doesn't tell me the amount. It just says the year. He accounts for 25% of their cap space. God, somebody. Yeah, so I mean, you don't have that many teams. I forgot they had Eric Bledsoe.
The Trailblazers?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I remember it happening, but then I can't believe Russell Westbrook is making more than LeBron James. Oh. I can't believe this. Can't believe this. That boy holds 27% of our cap. Can't even afford nobody. We can't afford nobody on our team. I hope we get Malik Monk back.
Yeah, he's talking about he'll sign less
to stay, which is beautiful. But then you got Zach LaVine is also a free agent. Where do you see him going? You think he's staying or?
I think Chicago offer that.
I think the Lakers sign him so he comes, and he does great things with the Lakers. I can always dream, right?
Of course.
That's all I can do is dream. I wouldn't mind. It's funny how Dennis Schroeder did not accept that bag.
See where I got him?
And ain't nobody gonna pay him either. The most he gets is like 10 mil, you think? In free agency? 10 mil?
This spot. I mean, who was he signed to? He was with Boston. They released him, right?
Houston.
It's in Houston.
For 6 mil?
Missed out.
We were willing to pay him 21.
And Dennis Schroeder is a very good point guard.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He was a very good point guard.
But I don't know what bag you were chasing. I don't know if you didn't want to be in LA, which would have made sense, right? If that was your issue. But I think I still would have took that 21 million. I'd have figured it out.
I think we're in the playoffs if we keep Dennis Schroeder at the one, to be honest.
Oh, for a fact.
Release a 6. I mean, at least an 8 seed.
Well, him and Russ got chemistry though.
Yeah.
OKC days. So.
Mo Bamba. I don't think they re-signed Mo Bamba. There's another person for the
Magic.
Isaac, yeah.
Isaac.
He's so injury prone.
Yeah.
He is so injury prone. Paul Millsap's still in the league, if you didn't know.
Yeah. He was on that Philly team last year.
Yeah. Shout out to the uglies in the chat. Big JC Roddy. All right, so we're gonna shift gears. We're gonna move on to our second topic. Speaking of free agents, Rio, great Miami Heat fan.
Yo.
Free agent point guard Jalen Brunson is expected to land a massive contract this offseason. He's reportedly to meet with 3 teams when negotiations open up Thursday evening. One of those teams, 3 teams are Knicks, Miami, and Mavericks. One of those teams being your Miami Heat. How do you feel about the free agent coming to the Heat? And do you think it's possible? Do you think it works out? Do you think it's an upgrade from Kyle Lowry? Tell me how you feel.
And in truth, it is due to youth. But I think my biggest problem is, like, can we pay him? That's the overall thing you got to run into. Like, can you pay him? Because you talk about the kid that, the Knicks offered him, what, 100 mil? And I think the Mavs are going to match that. Do
you think the Knicks offer him 100 mil?
That's what they said, man. They say he's potentially going to get 100 mil in that situation. Yeah, 100 mil. Am I the only one think that's kind of steep? And I really like Jalen Brunson, but 100 mil?
For 4 years, right?
19 million. What is it?
That's 25 million a year. 100 mil. $100 million for 4 years is $25 million a year.
I guess I'm trying to figure out what was that part where they was offering $100 million. What was the math? Well, to be, just to be real, man, just is no. I like Jalen Brunson a lot, but if we got to pay him that much money, I do not want him. I don't. Because I think, what is it? The Mavs reported offer was like 5 years, $110 million, which is 25 a year.
Yeah. I don't think to be honest, I don't think the Mavs. I actually don't think it's a good fit for the Mavs, to be honest, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, $100 million for a point guard that's he's not even top 15. I got 15 point guards is better than him. It was Stephen Curry, Luka, Dame, Trey Young, Chris Paul, Drew Holiday, Russell Westbrook. Is Kyle Lowry better than him?
This past year, no.
Huh?
This past year, no.
Okay, so we'll go Ja Morant. Mm-hmm. What am I at? 6 or 7? I think I'm at 7. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's 8. LaMelo Ball. That's 9. Fred VanVleet. That's 10. Spencer Dinwiddie. Is he better than?
No, I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie better than Jalen Brunson.
DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Okay. 11. Reggie Jackson.
Nah. I don't think Reggie's better than Jalen.
Okay. Tyrese Maxey.
What do you consider Maxey? That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like
if
Tyrese Maxey's definitely a better player for sure. I would say.
If he goes 2 guard, then you gotta say James Harden at the 1.
Mm-hmm. So even if you throw that out there, even with a wounded James Harden, he's not better than James Harden.
Right? So then that's 13. You taking Malcolm Brogdon or Jalen Brunson? Who's better?
Mm-hmm. I think you got to think about Brogdon too, versatility.
Okay. I need 2 more. D'Angelo Russell.
No.
Okay, no. Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, he was at 11. He was at 10.
Oh, he's at 10? Did I say John? I said John Morant, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't say Damian Lillard, though. Did I? I did say Damian Lillard.
Said Dame early, yeah.
Yeah, I said Dame early.
So he's kind of he's really long. He's set at that 15, 16 mark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Devontae Graham.
You reaching. You're reaching now.
I'm reaching with Devontae? Okay.
You're reaching with Devontae.
I give you that. Okay. Okay. I think because it's not Kemba Walker.
Oh, God.
I said not Kemba. I said not Kemba Walker.
Oh, so you going crazy on Jalen Brunson?
Lonzo Ball?
Zoe was another one I was thinking about because Zoe is probably the most. He's also in that category with who I just say was Malcolm Brogdon, right? Their versatility allows them to be the better point guard, right? Because Jalen Brunson's not a traditional point. You know what I mean, so it's kind of like he's at that 15, 16 mark, really.
And then Jamal Murray.
I guess you got to say Murray's better. Murray's definitely better.
16. He's at 16. I did it.
You definitely got to say Murray's better.
He's at 16. Cousin said Garland.
Oh, I forgot about Darius. I forgot about DJ. It's so quiet out there in Cleveland, man.
My apologies. Yes. So that's even if I had a
even if you take what
if he even had a flimsy one, we still say Darius Garland. So 16. Yeah. That's a lot of money for a person who's not even. We weren't even saying top 16 player. We were saying 16th in your position.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Somebody said Darius Garland better than Melo, and I'm like trying not to believe it.
Darius Garland is better than who?
LaMelo Ball, and I'm trying my best not to believe it.
You can't believe that, Rio. That is crazy.
But you have to believe it. I mean, can you really say LaMelo's better than Darius Garland? After what he just put on, can you really say
that? Okay. All right. Am I living in terms of LaMelo's ceiling? Yes. I would have to, if you told me right now, who would you take? Who do you think is a better point guard? I got to go LaMelo Ball simply because of what I just saw and his ceiling. In terms of what was produced last season, yes. Darius Garland is the better point guard.
I know at 21, 4, and 9, man.
He is a better point guard.
I can't shy away from Darius.
He is better.
I mean, his lifestyle is better. I will say that. In Cleveland, his lifestyle is definitely better. I will say that. Due having Evan Mobley and Jared Allen and what's my point? Isaac Okoro. They got the better unit.
Yeah, I'm taking Melo over Garland. I will take Melo over Garland. I will take Melo over Garland.
Hey man, I'm finna join my other phone.
Oh, okay.
If I can do it.
In terms of, can you still hear me, Rio?
I'm listening, bro. Yeah.
I'll also add this. In terms of production, go Garland. In terms of talent, I go Melo.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's how I would put that. Dang, but that's tough though, man. That's tough. I think I still take LaMelo. I think because of the talent, the height, the ceiling, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a talented 6'7" point guard like LaMelo. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh, I got 2 reels. 2 reels in the call. Yes, sir. You know what's better than 1 reel? 2 reels. I got 2 of them right here. Believe the magic, people. It's happening. It's happening. A second reel. Second reel. All right. So let's move on to our next topic, which is a very touchy subject for me. We talked about this a little bit before the podcast started, so you guys really didn't hear my opinion. But it would appear that the Los Angeles Lakers will be running it back for Russell Westbrook. The veteran point guard picked up his $47 million player option for next season. Reports from the Lakers are saying that a Russell Westbrook trade is still possible, but the Lakers are currently planning on beginning the next season with him on the roster.
Talk to us, Trey. We got to know, man. We here now.
Like I told you before the podcast started streaming, I got to ride this wave.
Yeah.
I got to ride this wave, and I got to hold on tight, and I got to hope for the best. As a fan, I have to hope for the best, and that's all I can do at this point in time right now. I can't wish on my lucky stars. There are no ifs, there are no shoulds, and no woulda couldas in this situation. Situation that's currently saying Russell Westbrook will play for the Lakers next season. So I can only hope that last season was an off season for Russell Westbrook. I can only hope that. I think he's allowed to be given that benefit of the doubt. That last season was just an off season, him getting acclimated to the big lights, that much pressure. I mean, Russell Westbrook's never had that much pressure on him. And being in a completely new system with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who's never playing, Anthony Street Clothes Davis. So pretty much just with LeBron James. So my hope, my prayer is that he ascends to a star level. That would be absolutely perfect. That's still high hopes. So hopefully I am praying for a great, efficient player that knows his role, knows what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. That's all I'm asking for Russell Westbrook. And that's asking for the bare minimum for somebody who's about to make $47 million in a choke, put the Lakers in a chokehold in terms of we can only have $6 million to sign a free agent. I get it. We created this mess. We could have had Buddy Hield, we could have had DeMar DeRozan, but we don't. We don't have them. It's not going to happen. The trade's not going to happen. So I got to ride this wave. And as much as it's going to hurt to ride this wave, I have to ride this wave. And I have to hope for the best. That was as a fan. As somewhat of a sports analyst with a sports podcast, the future's not looking too good for us. It didn't work at all last season. It's not going to work this season. The roster's not going to change. The head coach is not going to make the difference. I promise you, with people blaming Frank for his tactics and the scapegoat or whatever, I promise you it's not going to change. A different head coach is not going to change. The only thing that can make this change, the only thing that can make this work, if Russell Westbrook accepts a lesser role and we figure out what to do with him. That's going to be hard because Russell Westbrook is a slasher and LeBron James needs slashers. He needs shooters. So I think you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and I don't think it happens. I don't think we're successful next year. And I'm gonna have to go out there on a limb and say, as an amateur analyst with a small podcast, the Lakers barely making the playoffs again, and my only hopes and my only prayer is that I eat crow at the end of the season, and then I'm completely wrong. But from an analytical perspective, we saw what happened. I don't think it works out at all. We got the same roster. We're going to have the same roster. Nothing's going to change. So changing the head coach is not going to make a difference.
But we always play that scapegoat role. Somebody has to be to blame. And Frankie V was always going to get that nod. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's nothing you can really truly do with Russell Westbrook because of his style of play, and it doesn't fit with every player. I mean, especially for the player like LeBron James, who's a facilitator, but he needs to be surrounded by guys who can knock down shots. Russell is a career average, like 33, 34% 3-point shooter, maybe.
Bad.
So
Bad.
What is that? So at the end of the day, I know they were saying that he's going to have to become more of a defensive-minded player, or they got to, have to utilize him more in screens. But in the same breath, he's still undersized. So you're going to use a small guard to screen and slash. So pick and roll is what we're going to do with a 6'3" guard. That's what's going to make us successful in the long haul.
That's what's going to make us successful in the long haul. I feel
for AD to be on the court to balance it out.
I feel bad for the head coach because what he's walking into willingly. Nobody put a gun to his head and told him he had to go.
Yeah.
What he's walking into though is, I get the opportunity to be the head coach of the Lakers, but man, I don't think it's gonna be a fun ride. I think we're gonna go through what we went through last year, and I think
LeBron James is his own worst nightmare. And I say that because when you show that you can still play at a high level in year 20, people bank on you to carry them past a certain level. And no matter how good LeBron James is, he's not going to be able to do that single-handedly, especially with AD missing. Even if AD plays 75% of the time, I still think it becomes an issue because now these teams are getting younger and they no longer fear. We talk about a lot of times, people talk about like, oh, well, no, LeBron James was feared in these. That's why he dominated a lot of those young teams. Those young teams were good, but they feared LeBron because at the end of the day, we knew it's the same thing that Kobe did, same thing that Jordan did. It's the phase, right? So you can no longer willingly ride LeBron James' coattail and hope for a championship. You have to have the surrounding cast, more supporting cast in order to get over that hump. Like Russell Westbrook, yeah, it is crazy because like you look at it from a number standpoint, he averaged 18, 7, and 7. It's ideal. That's what you would want from your third star. The problem is that it was so ineffective.
So inefficient. It was so inefficient.
That's fair. That's the overall point right there.
If Russell Westbrook gives us an efficient 18, 7-9, Anthony Davis stays healthy, LeBron James stays healthy, we're 6th seed at best in the West, maybe 5th.
Right.
With the return of what? Golden State, Mavericks, Clippers.
Grizz, Clips.
Yep, Grizz, Clips. So I have the Nuggets are returning back healthy. So you got the Warriors at 1, Dallas Mavericks 2, Clippers 3, Denver Nuggets 4, Grizz 5. Phoenix Suns can't be about them. Just throw them in the mix.
Oh shit.
At 6, right? The Jazz, they're going to be a mediocre
so
playoff team. 7.
We're talking about potential play-in spot.
8th seed. I mean, we're not going to be good. Our surrounding cast is not going to be good. And what do you want LeBron James to do? To burn himself out in the regular season, trying to get the 4th seed? For what reason? Right? We got to bank on Anthony Davis missing 20 games. I have to bank on Anthony Davis missing 20 games. And in those 20 games, we probably win half of them. So we're automatically starting out the year 10 losses. 10 losses deep in the hole. We're starting out the year 10 losses in the hole. Yeah. Simply because of the AD's injuries. Yeah. And then, you add on the catastrophic offensive play of the combination of Russell Westbrook trying to be a point guard, trying to mesh with LeBron James and the rest of the supporting cast. I pray for 40 wins. 50 is going to be a blessing. 50 is going to be a blessing. And that's not, and to be honest, right, that's not being disrespectful, because you had the Denver Nuggets at 48 and 34, Utah Jazz at 49. You had the Dallas Mavericks, who were completely healthy, who had a superstar, one of the top 3 players in the NBA, and Luka Doncic. They had 52 wins. It's not disrespectful. It's not disrespectful to say I pray for 50 wins with that Lakers roster.
No, because you have to look at the guys, the surrounding teams. You have to.
Golden State had 53, right? I like I said, praying and hoping for 40 wins. 40 wins gets us into the play-in.
That's sick to say.
That is so sick to say. It kills me, because at 40 wins, we're not even 500.
Yeah.
But I think we still make the playoffs though, because of the play-in tournament. Disgusting. Best case scenario, we win 50 games. So Russell Westbrook coming back, not ideal for us. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be a fun season. I'm already looking towards the NFL season, right? Then we got like 60 something more days or something like that. It's like 2 months.
At least you can look forward to that. I do like that we are potentially out, not potentially, somewhat out of that Baker Mayfield thing.
Yeah, because the Browns, I don't know what the Browns are going to do. I have no clue what the Browns are going to do.
They're going to start Jacoby Brissett.
Pretty much, because Baker Mayfield ain't going to play.
It'd be sick if they get down to their last draw and have to play Baker Mayfield. That would be.
He's not going to play.
Of course not. He's not. Yeah. And if he do play, he's going to sell.
Oh yeah.
Out there like Paul Crew.
Mm-hmm. He gonna sell you a hybrid Hellcat. It's gonna be a fully electric Hellcat diesel. Fully electric diesel Hellcat. Yeah.
Man, shut up, bro.
The NFL season starts in September.
Mm-hmm. Well, preseason is what, August, right?
I ain't got that much time, man. Thank God. It's about to be July. Oh, 2 more months to the NFL. Okay. Because the NBA season is not going to be it.
You got preseason next month.
We ain't gonna be playing nobody. I'm good. And we're supposed to be offering Jalen Hurts a big contract after this season. That's the talk. The talk is he's talk around town in Philly is they gonna offer him a big contract.
And this is potentially with the big year, right?
Mm-hmm. If he plays well this season, they said they're gonna give him that bag.
I think you should.
You get a bag around it says around 35 to 40 million a year.
Damn.
So I mean, they said next year, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert, their deals would be probably close to 60. So 35 to 40 is it's good for them.
Yeah, because that bag that Lamar Jackson's gonna get is gonna be major.
No, that bag Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the Bengals or the Chargers is not letting them go.
Nah, I mean,
They about to start doing car washes. How much money can we put together through the whole organization? Everybody start donating $10, $5 here and there.
Joey B just came off a Super Bowl loss, right? In year what, two?
Two.
You got just
year
imagine
one.
Year one, technically, because he missed last year.
Yeah.
On ACL. So then you talk about Justin Herbert potentially. If all he got to do is get a playoff nod. That's all you got to do. Just get a playoff nod.
Ah wee wee. It's your boy AJ Green. Ah wee wee. Right. I was like, it's beautiful. I just need Jalen. Oh my God, I can't wait. I got my gray Jalen Hurts jersey too.
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for the game.
I'm not buying no jersey because I don't know if I'm gonna be a fan come August.
Don't worry about it. I'll put you the Eagles jersey on the side, do what we gotta do to get you over here. Come join the team, brother. Join the team. I love it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a bumpy ride for us next season. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Because so how did you feel about the potential Kyrie thing? Even though it was kind of smoke and mirrors, I think you kind of spoke about it. I think you said, "What's the purpose in getting Kyrie if he's only going to play 20 games or 40 games?" Right.
Right.
I mean, you get part-time Kyrie. I want him.
Part-time Kyrie. The LA doesn't have the same mandate as New York, right. So he's going to be able to play. But are we going to get focused Kyrie? Are we going to get the Kyrie that's going to be able to be able to pay attention to the game, to be able to stay dedicated to the game? Will we get that Kyrie? Yeah. Give me the player that tries hard. As much as Westbrook bumped his head last season, give me that player who tries hard than the player who's like, I'm good.
Yeah, right. I think that was you put that in perspective for me, and I think a lot of people ask me, "How do you feel about the Kyrie situation?" I'm like, in reality, but I don't think I want a part-time guy. And I understand the man is different, but I think for me, it's just more so I don't need a part-time player. Injuries are bad enough, right? So if we're injured and you're still considered being a part-time player, and we need you, and you don't want to play because of whatever your standards are, which is fine, it doesn't help me.
And who's to say, right? You're sitting here. Kyrie left Cleveland, right? Basically told Cleveland, if you don't trade me, I'm going to have surgery that I don't need.
Right.
Left Boston when he said he was going to stay. And then he told Brooklyn he was going to stay. So why would we take a chance on that? He's shown that he could be unreliable. And I mean, of course, what Stephen A. say? He's box office, worldly talent, crazy. I agree with all that. But give me the player who's going to be there, who's going to play hard every single day. I can deal with the shenanigans, the bonehead plays, other than the player who's not going to be fully dedicated, who's not going to be there 100%. And I know West West was gonna give me 100%.
Yeah, every time. Whether it's him hitting his head on the rim and missing a layup. I mean, it's just what it is, right? I mean, I'd rather take one-legged Kyle Lowry than take a guy that I don't know who's going to play tonight.
Simply because of personal reasons, right? Everybody has those personal days, family issues, or family emergencies. But I mean, he was just taking advantage.
Yeah.
Right? So
gotta go to work. So
gotta go to work, man. And he gonna sit there and be offended that the Nets like, yeah, we're not gonna pay you. Why would we pay you? Why would we give you a max contract? For what? You've done nothing to show us that you deserve it.
Because we know simply if he would have been available, we'd be talking about a different series, right? I mean, we have to be realistic, right? Like, we know if you're available full-time and not part-time, we have chemistry that we're supposed to have been built, we're looking at a different scenario.
They're looking at a whole different scenario. You're looking at a higher seed.
You got your head up your ass. So
we're looking at a higher seed in the East, right? Team chemistry. And who's to say that James Harden leaves?
Right. And I'm not even saying that, like, you know, you guys have to ask, because I fully believe and I fully stand on what you stand on. I think what as far as when you have a job to do, but I mean, I guess it's different when you making millions. I guess it's totally different when you can use by choice. Oh, I made 250. I made 250 million. I'm gonna get this much. And I guess I can walk differently, which I understand that. But in the same breath, I mean, I don't know, the legacy is already created, so I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, if you we need to go back and we need to take a look at. Well, I'm going to take a look at the podcast from the past because I think there was an episode where I was said that James Harden was not going to work with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I think it's one.
I'm pretty sure I said that. So I need to find the episode that was around the James Harden trade to get to Brooklyn, and I want to say I said it wasn't going to work out, but it ain't gonna work out with Ben Simmons either because he ain't never playing basketball again. Even though I would love for him to play basketball again. Hey, that thing with Klay Thompson and Triple J was hilarious. I don't think I ever told you that, or we mentioned it on the podcast. That shit was hilarious.
What's that?
He called him a bum.
Oh, you talking about what he called? What he called? What's my name?
Freaking bum. Yeah, Triple J.
Yeah. Because they was all over Twitter. Because like I think like Ja responded, and they were like, you know, they just thinking about them. Blah, blah, blah. I said, man, he
was like talking about living rent free in somebody's head.
Yeah, and I was like, you gotta misconstrue, bro.
You gotta misconstrue because all they're doing is what pretty much everybody does when it comes to like winning a championship. When you have so much hate against you for whatever reason, of course you're going to shout out to your haters. You're going to shout out to the people who didn't believe you.
Yeah, you're going to definitely respond to all the critics. And they weren't just responding to them. It was just the one that came across.
Yeah, it's the one that came across his head. Like, Triple J is not living rent-free in Klay Thompson's head. He literally probably thought about it in that moment. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me get this on my chest real quick.
Yeah, let me get this on my chest.
Think about it. Draymond Green was talking crazy the entire time.
He's still talking crazy.
I'm talking about each and everybody who said something. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, just like people was like, well, why was Stephen Curry so emotional? I said, because you have to realize, just because he doesn't react to the nonsense, I think Draymond Green said, just because he doesn't react to the nonsense that he hears, doesn't mean it doesn't bother him. So when you finally answer that,
he hears it. If he's not hearing it firsthand, somebody's showing it to him.
Yeah.
Somebody sending him a link, a text message. So he hears it.
His Riley is what? She 12, 13 years old now?
Yeah, I'm getting old because I remember her talking about she was sleeping his first championship.
And then I was like, oh, bro, we getting old. She every
grown woman.
Bro.
That's a grown woman. Hey, no, somebody tweeted, it's like Riley gonna be fine as hell when she grow up. And everybody started tagging the FBI. And under the comments, they started tagging the FBI.
There's some sick people out here, bro.
I was like, brother, come on, man.
Out here, bro. But I mean, like, you think people don't hear those critics, bro? Like, you think he just ignores? I mean, yeah, he probably ignores it.
for the most part. But at some point in time, you walk across, you finally get that fourth one, and you get that Finals MVP. Like he was already solidified. He just walked his way into the top 10, into many people's top 10. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. Jerma Green calling Kendrick Perkins a coon is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that is so funny, bro. Because you see Perk respond.
Oh, he was so mad.
Bruh.
He did. I'm like, I understand where Jerma Green's coming from. Not the coon part, but the Kendrick Perkins always talking about how he won that championship. Like, brother, wasn't you talking about? Oh, no, that was Charles Barkley talking about driving the bus and riding the bus. Like, no, you was definitely riding the bus, brother.
Oh, for sure. But you've been doing that for the whole 12, 15 years you've been out here, big fella.
But the coon part was hilarious, though. He said,
yeah.
Coon?
And you know he ain't got no filter on. You know, and it's his home podcast. It's not ESPN related. You know what I mean? He can talk what he want to talk. So
hey, Jermaine Green don't care, man. He out for everybody. He called out Nick Wright, Kendrick Perkins, Skip Bayless. He was called out everybody. I was like, oh my.
Rightfully so, though. I mean, he said it what he said it back in, what was it? February he said it. He was like, I don't care if we're the second, third, or fourth seed, we're gonna win a championship. And I was like,
Yeah, I need to see more CJ McCollum. I need to see more JJ Redick go first take because they be keeping Stephen A's feet to the fire.
Oh, for sure.
To the fire. They be on his ass.
Can't just throw that blasphemy out there. You gotta be locked in.
Nah, they gotta be locked in because CJ McCollum gonna be there in that 3-piece suit. He gonna say what he gotta say. Hold on now, Stephen, man. Hold on now.
First of all, I ain't gonna hold you. Hearing JJ Redick talk basketball, that shit is like, I'd be like,
that's music to my ears.
High knowledge English.
High knowledge. It is music to my ears. I'm excited about seeing Zion coming back next year.
I am. I think he come back with adventures too, though, because he hear the same noise too. Oh, he can't do this. He can't stay up this like that. And bully ball. And that's crazy. I don't like Duke players at Duke, but I like once they get to the NBA. I think it's just that most guys are somewhat of at this point. Once you come out of the hoop stage, just your hoop product, your hoop stage product. So, but I want to see Zion answer all the quick. First of all, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. I think they moved CJ to the 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
Move Troopers to the 1, and then you put Bi, Zion. I think you get Jason Hayes that 9, and then they got Herbert Jones. That's a quality starting lineup. Because Herbert Jones can go 1 through 5. They were in the playoffs last season. They'll be playoffs again. And then Bi's a killer.
They're definitely in the playoffs if Zion stays healthy.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a cool 24 to 27. Missing.
Almost like 65% shooting.
Yeah, bully ball.
Ball.
Why are you built like that?
Why are you built like that?
Why are you built like a monster truck? What's your deal, G?
He built like a cuzzo.
Built like a thud. He built like a thud.
If Cuzzo was 6'7", he would be Zion.
That would be him, yeah, for a fact.
Bruh.
Fact.
Built just big for no reason. Big for no reason.
Ain't nothing funny when that boy said, "Let me shoot the ball." He stepped behind the half court line. I'd be like, "Bro, step in." Like, why do you shoot so far? Because he's so damn strong. Oh, it's so funny.
All coming in at 50 miles per hour to the back of the rim.
Clank.
And his now was on the opposite end of the court. It was flew away. I ain't going to get that ball.
How do you do that? Puzzle.
Hey, Alex wanted to know next time we hooping.
Whenever he want to hoop, bro.
I need to know. I need a good hoop session.
I know I can't do it. I can't do it this weekend.
Nah, not this weekend. We just got to plan out like a weeks from now.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna cop me the Miller balls. I'm hooping those.
You cop them or you gonna cop them?
I'm gonna cop them. I think I'm gonna hooping those.
Where you gonna get them from?
Somewhere. But I'm gonna get the Galaxy ones on GOAT are only 130.
Oh, that's the low joints, right? Somebody just dropped.
Nah, the high tops one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason they're only 130. But if you want to get like the Rick and Morty's, those are like the 300s.
That mean that's the ones that still like Steve.
Yeah, but the Galaxy ones, they're not that bad.
Yeah, I know keep been thinking about it, bro. Getting the lows. I ain't gonna hold you.
The lows are tough too.
But I gotta get my ankles back intact.
The lows are tough too. What are they called? They're called Hold on.
I should have got the LeBron Big Bangs the other day when they was 150.
Oh, I don't know why you didn't.
I was contemplating.
What is it? What is it called? They are called MB. That's what they're called.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I really want some of them Nike the GT Cut Jones, but they charge your arms and legs, and I have no idea why.
So these right here.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
In my size, they're 147.
Oh, the other joints called UFOs, the lows. Okay.
Yeah, 147. I could do that.
Yeah, that's cool because I mean they ain't even bad. I think they come off as a buck, right? $120.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty's at 400.
Of course.
The purple one's steep too. I mean 250. But it's either gonna be these Galaxies. The lows are in my price range too. It was only 140.
Yeah, I might slide with those.
I could do that. And then I don't think these cost an arm and a leg either. I mean 177. These bright joints 260 for whatever reason.
That's that first release. You know they gonna go off.
I guess.
It's always gonna get mad love.
I guess. I'm gonna just get the Galaxy joints. Call it a day. Yeah. 147 for a pair of these is not that.
That's a cool steal. That's definitely a cool steal because I think they're only like 120 off rip. So
yeah, and I might be able to find it somewhere cheaper. So I think I'm gonna just go with these and call it a day. Try to go get some buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like Rio to God. Hey, can we go back to that? Can we go back to that gym we played at the last time?
Yeah. So I know this past weekend they had tournaments, so we just got to figure out when. She said I think she said they had tournaments like every other weekend, so that's another thing I gotta ask her. But she also said it was like during the week, so I have to ask during the week and hope like they ain't got nothing going on type of thing.
I was shooting lights out. I don't know what was going on.
Good in there though,
but I needed that.
That's good in there. Trying to get some more people to come, bro. That'd be the biggest thing. I know us, but still trying to get more.
I was talking about Gold's Gym.
Oh, Gold's Gym? Oh yeah. He was lights out.
But the other place I was hitting too. But hey, I'm excited to play again. Alex wants to know, so we got to get everybody back out there. I would say look out for today's July. I mean, it's gonna be July soon. I would say a couple weeks from now. I would go a couple weeks from now.
Is that what it is?
Towards the end of July, and see if they got any dates open.
I think it's the 15th, right? Because the 22nd we play volleyball, right?
Yeah, 22nd we play volleyball. Is it your birthday around that time?
My birthday the following Monday.
Oh, what you doing for your birthday? You be doing something that weekend or that next weekend?
I'll be in Miami.
Oh, that is right.
I'll be Miami Sunday.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
And I think Daisy comes down the 29th, 28th.
Okay, so
I'll probably end up doing a dinner or something, probably for real, like I did last year, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'll keep because I'll probably tell you to tell the homies too. I mean, we all get up and do something.
Yeah. See if we can do the 15th. See that, yeah. Because I'll be in Chicago on the 8th and the 9th. I'll be in Chicago that weekend.
That's the best. Yeah, I got some work I got to do with my uncle anyway, so I won't be in town. So the 15th, yeah. So I'll be sure to.
The 15th and the 16th. See if we can do that.
I asked her tomorrow, matter of fact. See if we might be able to try to reserve it for real.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I can reserve it.
That'd be tough. But I definitely let me know what they say, and I'll definitely put out the word.
I'll let you know. Yeah, because we gotta We gotta get Rod. Gotta get Rod. Gotta get Taz again. Gotta get Hoss.
It's gonna be hard to get Trey out there, but I'll try again. Don't worry about it. I'll try again. But yeah, nah, man, I'm excited. I'm ready.
Definitely.
Ready for the volleyball game. Ready for some basketball. We're not losing the volleyball game, Rio.
No. I've been stretching. I've been stretching. But my hips tight, boy.
You're not losing that volleyball game, brother.
My hips tight, boy. I've been stretching. Trying to tell you something good.
I'm trying to tell you something good.
Might get further.
Get right.
I'm going to run 3 miles in the morning.
Yes, sir. Talk to me. All right, my brother.
All right, brother, man.
Always love, always happiness doing this with you.
Show.
So we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get into talks about the anniversary.
Yeah.
Show and then basketball.
You said you in Chicago the 8th, right?
Yeah, 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'll be in Chicago. I'll probably head back. I'll be heading back to 10th.
All right, that's a good. We'll map it out. Then we'll map it out.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get with Kaz and Buzzo and see what their schedule like. See how we can fit them in too.
All right. All right, my brother.
All right, brother. Be good. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right, dog.